Available now. Link below.
In a scandal that reads like a political thriller, a dark cloud of corruption looms over the White House. So brace yourself for a story that will shake your faith in our justice system to its core. Fani Willis, the district attorney in the Georgia election interference case against former President Trump, is accused of holding a clandestine meeting with Vice President Kamala Harris just before dropping the hammer of indictment. But that, my friends, is just the tip of the iceberg. As we peel back the layers of the sordid tale, we uncover a web of questionable romantic relationships, misuse of taxpayer dollars, and a brazen disregard for ethical boundaries. This isn't just about one rogue prosecutor. It is a symptom of a far more insidious disease plaguing our judiciary. So stay tuned for my final thought, because you don't want to miss the shocking conclusion to this unfolding drama. Now, before we dive into this explosive report, let me draw your attention to a pressing issue. Just like Fani Willis' alleged misuse of funds, greedy utility companies are draining American wallets with skyrocketing energy bills. But there is a solution. It is this magical little device that can slash your power bills and beat these corporate behemoths at their own game. Thousands are already experiencing incredible cost savings with this compact energy-saving device. And here is the best part. You can get yours at an exclusive 65% off by visiting don'twastepower.com. That's don'twastepower.com. Don't let corrupt officials or greedy utilities take advantage of you any longer. Take control of your energy costs today with this game-changing device. Now, the scandal surrounding Fani Willis, the district attorney in the Georgia election interference case against Donald Trump, has taken a shocking turn. Attorney Ashley Merchant, representing Trump co-defendant Michael Roman, dropped a bombshell during her testimony before the Georgia State Senate Committee. Merchant revealed that Willis had a meeting at the White House with Vice President Kamala Harris on February 28, 2023, mere months before indicting the former president and 18 others for allegedly interfering with the 2020 election results in Georgia. Now, this revelation raises serious questions about the nature of the discussions between Willis and Harris and whether the Biden administration played a role in encouraging the indictment of Trump. The former president, who has pleaded not guilty to all 13 charges against him, has long maintained that the case is politically motivated, citing his position as a frontrunner for the GOP presidential nomination. Take a look.
There's one of the other things I did was I did open records for the White House access, and we had records that Ms. Willis and the mayor of Atlanta were at meeting with the vice president.
Okay, and so this is the access history. How does that work? The White House keeps records of anybody that comes in and has any kind of official meeting, for sure?
Yes, and my understanding is it's highly regulated who can access the White House, and so you have to apply in person or apply ahead of time, and then they give you a time when you make the appointment, and they give you a time when you're allowed to be in and when you have to be out by, and they track you. And I mean, that makes sense. They don't want anybody lingering in the White House, but they keep that, and so they're called WAVE records, I believe is what they're called, and I'm not sure what that's an acronym for, but they're publicly available. They're open records.
And this record that's shown on the screen shows Fani Willis was a visitor with V. POTUS. I presume that's Vice President of the United States?
Yes, it was.
And what was the date of that back in, was that February sometime of 23?
February 28, 2023.
Is that before the indictment?
Yes.
Okay. Any further explanation of why Ms. Willis was meeting with the Vice President of the United States?
No. I know Dexter Bonds, and I believe that's the same one that I think it's Dickinson or Dixon, the mayor of Atlanta, was also there.
Okay. We're going to take a short break. We've been going at this for a while. Let's take somewhere between 5.
So, the clip shown in court by Trump's attorney clearly contradicts Willis' previous testimony, demonstrating that she was indeed at the White House before indicting Trump. This discrepancy only adds fuel to the fire of corruption allegations surrounding the case. But the White House meeting is just one piece of the puzzle. Merchant's been digging deep into Willis' actions, uncovering a disturbing pattern of misconduct. At the heart of the matter is Willis' relationship with attorney Nathan Wade, whom she hired as a special prosecutor despite his lack of experience in felony cases. Merchant contends that Willis and Wade were involved romantically before Wade's appointment, and that they both benefited financially from taxpayer money as a result. And the timeline of the relationship has become a key point of contention. While both Willis and Wade acknowledge their involvement, they claim it began after Wade was hired. However, Merchant alleges that phone records tell a different story, suggesting that the pair were entangled before the Georgia election fraud case even began. The allegations of perjury leveled against Willis and Wade are equally troubling. 10 years is what they're facing in prison. Merchant asserted before the committee that the couple had lied under oath about the timeline of the relationship, an offense serious enough to warrant disbarment. But Willis' alleged misconduct doesn't end there. Merchant revealed that during a church service on Martin Luther King Day, Willis publicly accused her of questioning Wade's hiring because of his race, claiming that Merchant had ignored the fact that Willis had 2 other white lawyers on the case. Merchant denies these allegations, stating that Willis' comments were false and that the district attorney had failed to disclose her relationship with Willis until it was exposed in court. As a special Senate committee investigates the allegations, the public's faith in the impartiality of our justice system hangs in the balance. While the committee does not have the power to directly disqualify Willis from the case, their findings could have far-reaching implications for the integrity of the prosecution. The scandals also brought attention and caught the attention of State Senator Bill Cowsert, a Republican who chairs that committee. And Cowsert expressed concern over the allegations of financial improprieties and inappropriate conduct, emphasizing the need to restore public trust in the criminal justice system. Despite Democrat skepticism about the committee's motives, Cowsert insisted that this is not a witch hunt, but rather an effort to uncover the truth and, if necessary, amend laws to prevent such abuses in the future. Now, Willis, for her part, has dismissed the investigations as a political quest, claiming that she's being targeted for standing up for justice. However, the mounting evidence of her alleged misconduct paints a very different picture, one of a prosecutor who may have allowed personal relationships and political motivations to cloud her judgment and undermine the integrity of a high-stakes criminal case. As the investigation continues and more details come to light, the American people are left to grapple with the unsettling realization that corruption may have infiltrated the very institutions meant to uphold justice. The Trump election interference case in Georgia has become a symbol of the deep-seated problems plaguing our judicial system, and the outcome of this scandal will have far-reaching consequences for the future of our republic. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. The revelations surrounding Fani Willis and her handling of the Trump election interference case in Georgia has sent a chill down the spine of every American who values the integrity of our justice system. This isn't just about one prosecutor's alleged misconduct, it's about the very foundation of our republic. When those entrusted with upholding the law betray that trust for personal gain and political agendas, it undermines the very principles upon which our nation was built. We cannot allow corruption to take root in our institutions, no matter how powerful the individuals involved may be. It is our duty as citizens to demand accountability, transparency, and unwavering commitment to justice. The future of our republic depends on it. As this scandal continues to unfold, let us remain vigilant in our pursuit of truth and steadfast in our defense of the rule of law. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.